Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a 2-question tarot card reading. So your name and info will be confidential. We will only focus on the questions you have sent me. So we're going to go over here, the questions you have sent me. Alright, so before beginning your reading, let's do a quick little prayer. It's my way of tuning into your energy and keeping anything negative out of the reading as well. So let's do a quick little prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth that is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. We ask spirit guides and angels of the person I am focused on to reveal to them now what they need to know in this present time. We ask that the information that comes through may come through God's higher purpose, God's higher intention. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information from the white light. Thank you. Alright, we will begin now. Your first question is, what are things I should be aware of when dealing with love? And so your second question involves business. So let's focus this question on love. So we'll be focusing here. We would like to ask this client's spirit guides, what should she be aware of when dealing with love? Things she can work on, things she should know about love. With love. Very, very interesting. Alright, so I'm going to pull one more here. And one more actually. Alright, so the energy I get here from that question itself, the first card that I get is the King of Wands, which usually represents being goal orientated or having that energy where it's like you have a set focus point on what kind of future you want and what things you want and what you want to attract. So that on that end, it seems like your guides are saying there's no problem there, with setting your goals and having that kind of vision of what kind of future you want with love and with the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. But when it comes down to the actual balance of it, one thing your guides are wanting you to be aware of when dealing with love is there needs to be a balance between the relationship, between you and the other person. When this is reversed, it's focused on there's no balance. So either maybe there's no balance between the other person meeting you halfway, or there's no balance between maybe the relationship itself. Maybe it's stressful, maybe it's hard to cope with. So it's kind of saying when you are trying to find love or when you're trying to deal with love, once you're in the relationship or once you've been interacting with the person, something you need to see or something you need to observe is know if there's a balance. If you feel like there's a balance, is the other person meeting you halfway? Is the other person trying to be understanding? Are you trying to be understanding? Is the other person respecting you or really valuing you? So there has to be a balance. Like one person can't be doing more than the other. Okay, so this is something I'm feeling like your guides are very much wanting you to be aware of. This can also mean that maybe it's too much for you. Sometimes if the relationship gets too serious, maybe you get stressed out too much, or it's a focal point of finding balance, but it's mostly balance between you and the other person and making sure that you both are on the same page and you both are like you both have the same vision and goals for the future. Understand? So that's something your guides want you to be aware of when dealing with love. Okay. So there is a victory. Okay, so the energy you get, like you will find this love, or that love that you're wanting is possible. All right, it is possible. It's not something that is impossible. The only thing that they want you to focus on, like I said, the balance, is is there's also that energy coming through where, again, with the balance, also dealing with finding fairness in a relationship. I'm getting those words with you a lot: balance, fairness, respect. Also, this represents when there's tension, or when there's arguments, or when you're fighting with someone, or when there's just like just a struggle with something, or just arguing or defending yourself with something. So I don't know if this is a repetitive pattern that usually happens in your relationships, where maybe with the other person it's hard for you guys to meet each other halfway, or there's a lot of arguing, or there's just a lot of tension or struggle to understand each other. But there's this energy where um, your guides want you to be aware of also the fairness of the relationship, the truth, always honesty, and the truth of what needs to be revealed in the relationship. Like always um, being able to trust the person, and like finding trust, and feeling like this person and you are, there's fairness in the relationship. Again, that could come with balance, fairness, balance, and where there's just peace, love, and harmony. That's something very, very strongly coming through. Okay. And knowing that you're on the same page with each other. So I feel like with love, this is something they want you to be very strongly aware of when dealing with love. Make sure that there's a balance. Make sure the person's on the same page with you. Make sure the person is um, fair, and respectful. Like fair meaning like they're treating you right, or you know they they're they're in it. They're in it to go forward with. Like they'll do all that they can to try to understand you. They won't just create an argument, or they won't just like walk away because they don't want to deal with you. There has to be 50-50 and a balance. So you both have to find that equality between the relationship, and that fairness and the truth. Both of you and that person has to be honest. There's a sense of finding um, truth and fairness. The Justice card is about just finding the truth, and the truth being revealed, and fairness between a certain situation. Can be legal stuff, but also if we're talking about a relationship, it's talking about a relationship. Maybe these are past things you've gone through in the past with other people, but these are things that they want you to be aware of, and that when you're in a relationship, if you notice like the other person is not being fair, there's no balance, or it's a struggle to a certain extent where you're trying to make everything happen without them meeting you halfway, or when you try to talk to them, they just don't want to see your, like, try to be open enough, then that's already a red flag. So it's kind of like your guide is saying you have to be observing for those red flags. That will then warn you. And then if you just brush it off, that's not good, because that means you're just going to be dragging it, and it'll just happen again. So there's always, no one's perfect, but the person has to be open enough to want to change, or to want to see those um those behaviors they're projecting onto you. Okay, hun? So we're gonna go on to the next question, which is your business question, which says, my second question is for my business. I'm a massage therapist in my own practice, been working a ton and have small opportunities here and there. I've been saying yes to good things, but I feel like I can do so much more. Timing is not on my side, for it seems there isn't enough time to concentrate on expansion. How will the healing center? I desperately want to create come to fruition. Fruition. Come to fruition. I guess you're asking. I guess you're asking me, like, business wise, when will you be able to have enough time to create and expand in what you love? All right, I think that's what you're asking, right? All right, so let's shuffle here and see what I pick up with business wise, like when I could see that your expansion with your purpose and what you love, or like how will that go, and like you want to have your own healing center. I'm not sure if that's what you said, and it seems like you just want to create your own thing, and you want to see when you'll have enough time for that and when you'll be able to concentrate on that. Okay, let's see here. When will she be able to concentrate on what she loves, and when can she create what she wants to manifest? When will she have enough time? When will this happen? All right, so as I'm tuning into that question you asked me, there's a feeling where there's a couple of opportunities that are going to be coming your way. I don't know if it just happened, but there's a couple of opportunities that's going to be coming your way with this, okay? Um, It seems like to me your guides are kind of telling me you won't be able to concentrate on your own things, like not yet. It doesn't mean it's not meant to happen. It just means that you have so much to put out to the public and you have so much to offer that these places need your help, or these people, like you will be able to show, like um show your talents in these places, and it could help you. So I'm seeing like a couple of places you're going to be, a couple of opportunities. I don't know if you're going to be doing a couple of those things like simultaneously, or you're going to do it at a time, but there's a couple of places that I'm picking up. Okay, there's a couple of places I'm picking up with that. I'm going to ask when, like, okay. Again, your guides are saying you have a set vision. There's a future with this, but it seems like your talents are needed in other places right now. And just take it as it is, especially with these couple of opportunities that are going to be coming your way. And allow yourself to show your talents to these places and to these people, because it's going to help you expand. It's going to be part of your expansion. It's going to help you grow and then get yourself out there. That's what I'm picking up. Um, I don't see you doing your own practice just yet. I see you working for people, and I see it being really good for you. And I see it, again, like I said, allowing you to expand yourself and people seeing your talents. Um, so there's also something I'm picking up with you. Um, I'm not sure if this is something you're planning or something that you will do soon, or maybe you'll create in the future and you're not aware of now. But there's something with working with women, children, or like the female energy. So I don't know if it's like pregnant women, massaging pregnant women, something with female, the female energy, and like mothers and women specifically. And I also see you working with like spiritual stores, like spiritual, not spiritual stores, but spiritual, like, I know it's called a healing thing, but there's something with spirituality in it, because I know anybody could be a massage therapist, but there's something about spirituality involved in it too. So I'm picking up something with that, maybe being incorporated, but I am seeing you working with pregnant women and women who are have children, or women who are pregnant, like mothers. There's just something I'm picking up with that. Maybe that'll be a project you'll do in the near future, but that's something I'm picking up that I feel like you will be doing, and that would be really nice. Um, so um, that is pretty much what I'm picking up. I don't see you doing your own practice just yet, hun. I feel like there's just going to be a lot more, a couple more opportunities coming your way, and I feel like you're still, I know you're saying you know what you're wanting, but I feel like you're still finding yourself with this, and you're seeing like you're trying to see like different ways you can incorporate this with other things, because there's so many things with that that I'm picking up. There's so many things you could do with that in different ways and in different places. So I really do see a couple of opportunities coming your way, and you may be doing that stuff simultaneously or at the same or like at a time, not sure, but there's definitely something with that, and that's going to help you a lot expand your work and then eventually be able to get out more into the public with this. Um, I see you working with people more, and that's going to be really helping you. I don't see anything that you're going to be creating on your own just yet. I do see that project that I said with the mothers and pregnancy that I'm picking up, which is um, interesting, and I do see spirituality incorporated in this. So I don't know if it's Reiki energy or just the whole idea of spirituality incorporated in it. So just keep that in mind. Um, and I just don't see that yet. I see like this year being a lot of learning for you and learning a lot about your craft and what you want and really expanding. That's why I can't set in stone exactly if you're going to really be doing this. I'm not saying you're going to, it's interesting because you're asking me this is what you want, but I see you really going in, like this is, it's like the root, but I see you like trying different things with that. There's like so many things that you could do with that, but like that's different. That's still the same thing, if that makes any sense. So that's what they're telling me. So I see a lot of learning and expanding and like really like searching still with you this year. So that's what I'm picking up, and I'm being honest with you. So um I send you lots of love from the heavens above, hon, and I hope I brought some form of clarity and guidance. And I send you lots of love and beautiful energy. By the way, you have a strong grandmother figure with you in spirit, grandmother figure, very sweet. She just wants to say hi. All right, so there's a grandmother here in spirit with you saying hi. So lots of love from the heavens above. Bye now.